So now we have finished the 25 steps in the workshop. Then the homeowners, that's a question. The homeowners need to work the work finished as soon as possible because they have entered the best garden competition, which is scheduled for March 4th. You are required to inform your supervisor whether the homeowners will be able to apply for the best garden competition or not. So when you go here, and we already have the answer from the beginning, the early finish of the project, this project will be done February 27th, and as you see here, so they are going to be good to go with this project. But there is something here, which is when you go back, they are telling you if the reading week, and this is something that we should have done in our calendar, or we already did in our calendar at the beginning, but because I didn't click on OK after adding the non-work days, it wasn't saved. So that was a good exercise for us to have, because now it will teach us a new lesson for what how things will go if we didn't do that. So if the reading week, the week of February 24th, were a holiday, do you think they would still be able to make it to the time of the competition or not? So just let's get back to Primavera, and then I will show you what do I mean by that. We already created the uh, the non-work days, if you do remember. So we go into enterprise calendars, and then in the landscaping one, we clicked on modify, and we clicked on these days as non-work. I remember that. But the thing is, I didn't, by mistake, I didn't click on OK. So it wasn't saved. So to spot mistakes like this, it's better to have your calendar shown in your Gantt chart area. So how can we do that? So enterprise calendars, and then when you click at the default calendar here, it shows you the holidays in the of this calendar. So as you see here, we have Saturday and Sunday, they are holidays. Here we go, all the day. And we said that week of February 24th, which is this one, we are going to start here from Monday, will be a holiday. So this week also should have been gray as well. So this for sure will push the whole schedule to the next week. So let's see how this will be fixed. So there are two ways to fix this. The first one is by go to enterprise, and that's the easiest way, calendar, and then modify and do and change this to be non-work, and it will be reflected here. But we don't want to go to the easy way, because we want to learn something from it. So let's add another calendar, and I'm gonna copy from landscaping, and then this new calendar, I'm gonna call it landscaping 01 or 02. Let's put it this way. And then I'm going to modify, or I'm going to assign the landscaping as the default calendar. So it's the same. This is the one showing here. And then I'm going to modify it. And as we said, this should have been non-work, as you see. And when you click OK, now it's one non-work. So let's get back into it. And then I'm going to click on all of it and non-work. Check this here. All of that is non-work. So now I have the calendar. The calendar is correct right now. And I want to assign this calendar to the project. So what we are going to do, we said go to projects, go to your project, and then to default. Now it's landscaping. So when you click here, landscaping to get back to your project activities here. And what you are going to see that in the calendar here for this project, we have changed it, but the activities are still the same. They are in the old calendar, so nothing has changed for these activities. They're the same, they won't change. So to fix that, we have to manually click here and click on landscaping 2. Then here and landscaping 2, and so on and so forth for the whole thing. But the thing is, Primavera has an option that makes our life easier. So if I change this to landscaping 2, and then I'm clicking on shift right now, and I press here, I have the whole thing, and then I right click over there and click on fill down. What happened here is changing all the activities to, so as you see here, the resources were moved from these days to the other day because the activity was extended through the holidays, as you see. But this is not the scheduled project. That's not scheduled because as you see there is contradictions here. So we need to reschedule. So it will be tools, schedule. That's our data date, and we do schedule like this. Here we go. But now there is still something, as you see here, for the WBSs of this project. They are still landscaping under landscaping calendar. And the thing is, we don't assign calendars to WBSs. That's not true. The thing is, this WBS summarize what's happening here in the activities and show it to you. So this is internal calculations in P6. So now we want to make sure that the WBS is updated. So what we're going to do is you can click on File and refresh data. Here we go. Now we refreshed the calendar. So it shows the landscaping 02 as the new calendar of the project. And now one last tip I want to make you aware of is, now when you look at the bars here, you can find out, for example, this bar, the one which is fixed horizontals, you see the activity duration has increased, because not the activity duration, the original duration it's the same, but the activity has been extended from being finished in Tuesday, as you see, until Tuesday the next week, because this the whole week there was no work in the whole week. Because you see here, that's the baseline, and this is the new end date of this activity. The same here, this activity should have been started here, and now it's there. And when you go down here, the same applies for this one. The first three ones, nothing has changed for them. Another thing which is also important, this data deadline. At first, the data deadline was a straight line. But what happened here, this is showing you that there are delays here. Like the project or the activities are not as planned. They are not similar to what we planned in the baseline. So, for example, the overhead cost, of course, it increased. The activity has been extended because it's linked to the start and the finish of the project. So when you see this and this goes toward left, that means there are delays here. When you see this, nothing happened here, nothing happened here, nothing happened here. But when you look at these two activities, they are all extended or extended. So you're going to see that, right, the going toward the left. Here, nothing has changed. The same, the same, the same. And then at the end, there are changes here. So it will go toward the left. So when you look here, you know that the activities are not as planned, and there are delays happening here in the project, so you can locate them. So now if we want to answer the question whether they will be able to make it for the competition date or not based on the new changes here, so let's find the early finish of the project, the new early finish. Now it's March 6th, as you see here. That's the early finish. And when you That means they will not be able to make it because the competition in March 4th. Yes, March 4th. And you are going also to notice that nothing has changed for the baseline project start and finish because they are the same. That's the baseline. That's the thing that won't be changed during your project. And yeah, that's it pretty much, I think, for this workshop. We have answered all the questions, or we have done all the steps and answered the two questions at the end. Thank you very much.